Let me shift gears on you,
Sure.
if I may, and try to do something else. Because we now are seeing the dawn of these inhibitors, which are, if the research, the early research is borne out going forward, this is the dawn of a new era. New cholesterol levels that are so low that we couldn't conceive of getting stuff down before. But where are we going from here? What's next? What are some of the more interesting areas of research in cholesterol management going forward?
So now there are medicines that work by preventing by inhibiting DNA, essentially, mRNAs.
Okay.
And these are medicines that prevent the proteins from being made. And there are certain kinds of dyslipidemias that can be horribly, damaging. Many of them involve triglycerides. So triglycerides are fats. That's the way we store energy in the body. And we used to think of them as not much to have to deal with. They sort of, it's the company they keep. It's obesity, blood sugar. But now it turns out from Mendelian genetics, they have very big importance. So there are several new drugs that are going to address that. And one of them, there's a lipoprotein that we've been ignoring for years called Lp(a) that is present in about 20% of people and ups your risk by 3 to 4-fold. So a lot of the people that we see who are the ones who need the PCSK9s are people with LDLs in their 80s who keep having events. And these are the people, when you measure them, we did a study that's in press, 45% of these people that keep coming back have high Lp(a)s.
So what is this Orion 1 trial? What is that?
Orion 1 is very good. So Orion 1 is the second generation PCSK9. It's an mRNAi.
Okay.
And which means you can get it every 3 months. You get the exact same degree of LDL reduction, 55%, at the highest dose.
Okay.
They gave one group got it at 3 months, one group got 2 injections, 3 and 6 months. And they did very, very well. They had some injection site reactions, which was much more than what you see with the monoclonals. So they're going to have to work that out. And in general, this has been a problem with other mRNAis, messenger RNAi inhibitors,
right.
that have come to market. But you get the benefit of 4 injections a year versus 12.
Okay.
And also it's cheaper. These are cheaper to make than monoclonals.
Okay. When you're dropping LDL cholesterol as rapidly and as dramatically as you are, some people looking at the early statin trials and the effects on cognition and word finding, we're blaming cholesterol, saying you need some cholesterol in your brain to make this work. What about these drugs? They're so low.
Yeah, so you do need cholesterol in the brain. The brain is highly dependent upon cholesterol, but all the brain cells make their own cholesterol. So the brain does not get cholesterol from LDL. LDL does not deliver cholesterol to the brain.
So it is rational to say that this will not affect
This
mentation.
will not affect it. And in fact, in the trials, it did not.
Okay.
Right. And there's a trial called Ebbinghaus, which was a partner to Fourier, where they looked at looked at cognitive issues in the people in the Fourier study, and they found no consequences of getting LDL down into the 30s and 20s, because they were concerned they'd make people goofy, and it did not happen.
So, in fact, what was making people goofy on the statins may not have had anything to do with cholesterol at all.
Exactly correct.
Maybe goofy steroids.
Exactly.
Goofy statins.
Very possible.
Although, in theory, you could say that the statins, the HMG coenzyme A reductase inhibitors, that do block cholesterol production in a cell. And if they do cross the blood-brain barrier, they do limit somewhat the internal cellular capacity to manufacture.
And this does, the newer drugs don't do that.
Do not. They're a big protein. They don't get across.
They don't cross.
They don't cross the blood-brain barrier.
Right, and they have no impact on a cell's manufacture of its own cholesterol.
That's fascinating, because of the peripheral effect of the statins, right, is at the hepatic level.
Correct.
Reabsorption, not in terms of assembly of cholesterol. That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
fascinating.